Mahila, so when you're with the cats, they'll put their Whoopi Goldberg on you, and your hair on your head will stand up, and that means she's doing a reading on you. And mine was so dark, but I got it right with what I told him about my two forearms. And she said that it was my left elbow, two guys running. And that's what I had told the cats from before. So she modified it just slightly. And she said it was real dark, real dark. And another group came in from Lake Mead. Their OG sat right next to me. And he even looked over and talked to me when I was speaking. And we both leaned back. And I asked him in my Italian voice if he wanted Freddy's. And he said he was going that way shortly. And what happened was I made peace between the Lake Mead OG and the cats. And they had their girl, she had the same top of hips as me. Um, and their girls were a little bit younger, I'll just say that. And so she did her reading on me too. And she was talking about how I was in high school. That's what her reading was. She was going over like groups and stuff like that. So the OG group was on top of it. They knew what was going on. They knew about Taylor, Jesus, the whole thing. And they were in disbelief. So they've most likely come around now since they've had communication with the cats. But the thing was, I sat over there the other night and the native told me to show where I had my ancestry because he read that I was red. So I showed him that I was from Mafia, Chicago, and I did a little hand movement with my collar. And he put his hand on his eye. He put his finger on his eye and did a little scar. And I said, I'm replacing that energy. And he said, oh, like you wish you were remembered, or you got to do something at least to be remembered. And the cat said, what you saying that for? Something like that. And he said, my son, my son. And then the Atlanta, Georgia trap cat left immediately. He got up and left. So these are things that you got to be aware of if you want to vibe with the cats during your rest. Because I told Ethiopia Guard, I said, Summer Rubin might try to come here, and I'll be honest with you, I think they might try to come here, Summer Rubin. And he said, yeah. And he affirmed, he just said they need something like GAD, which is part of what I have from Corona. So I got things ready for you. And Ben V, Elias, this is Mensheviks of the Georgia, the Mensheviks. Thank you. Have a good night.